The floodgates have opened and season tickets are now available to the general public. For the very first time, I'm considering buying a full homestand for the Auburn Tigers. I'll share 3 reasons why this has changed with me, and let's see if you agree with me. My name is Kyle, the owner and editor of the E2C Network, where the Auburn family speaks. Our content here and on our podcast network may tend to be Auburn sports heavy, but if it's orange and blue, it's what we do. Check out the links in the description for ways to help support our content. Thank you to the members of the Booster Club like Michael Floyd who help produce videos like this. Full disclosure here, I might change my mind on this. I am a very indecisive person and I tend to kind of just bounce back and forth on things. Also, for disclosure, I'm not trying to get you to buy season tickets to Auburn football. I have no gain in this whatsoever, nor am I affiliated with the university in any other way other than being the alumni of it. So to be completely honest, I've always been the type of person that was a single game ticket type of buyer. I would look online, I'd know a friend or have a family member that had access to tickets, and that is how I would get to games. Or I'd just go find one outside the stadium if I just really wanted to do it on a whim. That's typically how I've done things. I never really truly bought home season tickets ahead of time. But this year, this season has got me thinking, is now the time to potentially do that? Now, if you want to consider doing that, you can go to auburntigers.com, and there you can buy currently season homestand tickets. Later on, they will make available season game tickets, certain packs they might have available, but that's going to be later on, and it may not be a good idea to wait that long, especially if you're someone who's very conscious about prices and things like that. But let's not go any further. Let's just get into it and talk about my 3 reasons why I'm trying to see if I can change my mind. Reason number 1 for me, 2020. I think that's the reason we all can probably give for many things in our life this year is just say 2020 and everybody understands. Let's be honest, it was the worst, the absolute worst thing in the world. How about this? We actually got football season, but it wasn't that great. It wasn't normal. It was different, and so I think it's time that we treat ourselves to potentially some season tickets. Now, there's going to be a lot of hype around this as well because this is the first season back since things may be kind of feeling back to normal, full capacity, all that. We've already done a video talking about the full capacity announcement, so if you want to check that out, I'll put a link for that. But this is going to be an important season for Auburn fans after getting back to things that hopefully will be normal. Reason number 2. The prices of individual tickets. Remember, I'm a guy who likes to buy individual tickets because maybe I don't go to all of the games or something like that, or they're not as enticing to me, but I think that's something that you should consider. First and foremost, the Harsin hype. Coach Harsin's first year, there's going to be a lot of demand to see this and how the future of Auburn football is going to be going forward. A lot of demand for that. There's also going to be just a higher demand in general because of 2020, like we've already talked about. People weren't able to go as much, so maybe they want to go more often, and thus there's going to be more demand for it, thus less availability, driving the price up. And let's not forget the Iron Bowl. I mean, obviously season tickets get you that for probably the cheapest possible price. If you wait that long and Coach Harsin pulls off an amazing year, it's going to be pretty hard for you to find a reasonably priced ticket into the Iron Bowl. Trust me, I've tried. Reason number 3, it's actually just the lineup of the games that are going to be here during Coach Harsin's first year. And honestly, the first reason I have for that is Coach Harsin's first game overall. It's going to be exciting to be there. The energy is going to be back because of the lack of real feeling games in 2020, but the lack of overall excitement for where the future of Auburn was going for a lot of fans. So it's going to be very hyped in the stadium, so I definitely would want to be there for Coach Harsin's first game. Most of you would overlook 2 games here, Alabama State and Georgia State. And while I can't really make a case for Georgia State, Alabama State is known for their band. So where this is probably a game where the Tigers are going to roll to an easy win here, this could probably be a very fun atmosphere to be at, especially if you're into halftime marching bands that just rock their socks off. This is probably a reason that I would say that you might want to look at the season tickets, even if it means that you have to go to a game like Georgia State or Alabama State. There's also going to be the UGA game in its new position in the season for the very first normal time, even though that did happen last season. And I would also argue that the Mississippi team games for SEC, Mississippi State and Ole Miss, aren't going to be too bad of games. If nothing else, their offenses are going to be pretty interesting to watch and how we defend against those. So that could be pretty good games too. And then I don't need to say anything further about the Iron Bowl. It's the Iron Bowl. So what do you think? Do you think you will buy season tickets or individual tickets or not at all? Maybe you're someone who's still not comfortable going because of the pandemic and everything around that, or maybe the prices are just going to be outside of your pocketbook. Completely understand. It's the reason why I haven't made up my mind yet, but this is pretty much you just sitting with me on the couch trying to make myself realize probably a good idea to buy them for me personally. I know it'll be different for everybody else out there. Just let me know down in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this type of content, we do ask that you support it by smashing that like button. If you want more content from us, be sure to also hit the subscribe and notification bell so you never miss an upload or a live stream. There's also other ways to help support our content, whether it's here or our podcast network, which is called the E2C Network Booster Club. You can find that at patreon.com/E2C Network. $1 a month is all it takes to get some pretty awesome perks that nobody else gets. Thank you for tuning into the E2C Network, where the Auburn family speaks. War Eagle.